Gonzalez, who is placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 9439 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on October 20th, 2022 for a term of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
In Bear County, Texas, the defendant Richard Gonzalez did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December 2022 and January 2023 in violation of condition number 4. State waives the remaining violation allegation.
With regard to that allegation, number 4, how do you plead, true or not true?
True.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 1 year in the state jail facility and up to $1,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
True. Yeah, I just wanted to.
No, my question
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
knowing that I could sentence you up to 1 year in the state jail facility, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. And you understand that the court does not have to follow any agreement that maybe your attorney has reached with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there a proposed agreement?
I believe so, Your Honor, to extend supervision for 2 years, alter and amend to add the substance abuse treatment facility followed by aftercare treatment through Bear County CSCD, TAP outpatient treatment program, monthly UAs, and documented weekly sober support meetings as directed by the court.
All right. What is it done on probation?
I didn't have anything I couldn't be there at the house that I was at. That's why I didn't stay there.
Mhm.
They had kicked me out. I didn't mean to come over here like this. I should have came in person.
No. Why didn't you report to probation? You want to raise your right hand?
Yeah, I
You
really.
solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Richard Gonzalez.
All right, what is up with the ring on his finger? Is that allowed?
This is my rings, the ones that I was in.
Sorry, what?
The ones that I had on when I was in brought from custody.
Oh, so they can wear rings at the jail? My understanding that's considered.
They didn't take it off. I could, you know.
No. I'm just saying that, isn't that considered contraband? He has on 3 rings. One of them
That's kind
appears
of,
to.
they didn't take it off at the intake. I mean, but when you get back, you can probably put it in my property.
All right, one appears to have a diamond in it, but I
It
don't.
does? I
Well,
didn't see that.
Your Honor, perhaps they're not able to remove the.
Yeah, this one was, I couldn't get this one off, but probably now they can, because when I came in, it was kind of slow.
Okay, all right. These are just questions I'm curious about.
That's fine.
So
yeah.
why were you not reporting?
I just didn't report because I didn't have a place to go to. I was kind of freaked out on it. You know what I mean?
So did you think of taking the via bus to probation?
No, Your Honor, I didn't. I just went to the house and they said I couldn't be there. I was from my understanding, the last time when you had spoke to me about the probation, did you put her on a restraining order so that way I could probate there? Because
No.
I got a new address I could report.
No, there
to.
was not supposed to be any contact. And what is the plastic in your?
Oh,
You
it's-
just coming over here with all sorts of
No,
things.
I didn't see it in there. I just threw on my.
No, what's in your pocket?
This is from the soup, and then this is from my mom's address.
So he's bringing soup from the
No,
jail
I'm not
and
bringing
greens.
soup. No, I didn't. I just threw on my.
Just add water. Okay.
just that one. No, yeah.
All right. So what is with the 36 on your face?
That was just back in the day, back when I was in high school. I promise you on that.
Mhm.
I've been to myself. I don't.
And the dollar signs around your wrists.
That keeps me motivated to do my probation.
All right, just a second. All right, so obviously people don't understand. We are on the record. So if you cannot whisper, then you need to stop talking or talk outside. I don't understand why people talk so loud when they're in the gallery, and then when they're before me, I'm straining to hear you. All right. So what's up with the dollar signs on your wrist?
I got these tattoos years back, like before '99, and I haven't not got any other tattoos since. I've been basically, I worked. I've had probation before. I completed it before in the other court.
Mhm, but not here.
This one, I was just, I was kind of shocked on it But I mean,
What do you mean shocked on it?
well, because I was picked up on how I was picked up. But I mean, I wasn't like I didn't get to come report because I just didn't show up. I just didn't. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you, sir. I mean, Honor.
No, I appreciate.
I have
I
a
appreciate
new
the honesty.
address I could probably maybe if you grant it to go to. I talked to my mom on that. She said that she's willing to go ahead with it if you're willing to, if your judgment would apply. You know what I mean?
All right. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Okay.
I tried. All right, we're gonna send it. I'm gonna file.
Do I get credited for my back time?
Yes, let me finish.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is gonna revoke. The court is gonna sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility. You're entitled to any credit for any time previously served. There's to be restitution of $57 to SAPD for lab testing. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yeah.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on community supervision. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, that jury on your fingers, I don't know what happened at the jail, but you're not supposed to have that on your fingers unless it's attached. The bringing over of food from the jail,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have allowed you to bring that over. We're not here for you to have a meal in court.
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't
Even
know
when
what
you-
it was in there.
Here's the thing, even when you're held in the back, you're not allowed to get hot water and make your own soup dish. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna have to start doing better. How old are you?
43.
You're 43. You're close to having the majority of your life behind you. If you don't want to wake up and see that you spent a majority of your life in prison, you had better change your ways. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. So I get credited for my back time?
You get credit for any time that you've been in jail.
Okay.
Legally, you're entitled to it.
Okay, thank you. God bless you, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 00806 and 2024 CR 3222. State of Texas versus April. Elizabeth Davila, can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Sadelman.
Defense.
Brenda Levenstein for for Ms. Davila.
And are you Ms. Davila?
Yes.
Possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. And the cause number ending in 3222, you're charged with the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced. Those are state jail felonies. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have plea bargain agreements with the state, the court does not have to follow those agreements. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered agreement will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And each cause number, the cases are to run concurrently. All right, let me ask you all, what is cause number 2024 PF 11430?
It's a misdemeanor failure to ID in County Court 12.
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas. Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Okay, all right, so that's, and the reason why I ask, because it says 2024 PF, and usually those are the felony cases sent to Judge Nahara, but now I understand why it's running concurrent. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, and so each cause number is to run concurrent. They're also to run concurrent with 2024 PF 11430. State is taking in consideration 2024 PF 11429, night mag number 764428. And again, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your
Yes,
plea?
ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just that Ms. Davila understands what she needs to do on probation. When she's gonna do her best.
All right, how old are you?
40.
All right, why are you stealing?
Well, because didn't have a job and I was trying to support my family.
When you say support your family, who is your family?
It was my husband back then.
So the family you're trying to support is you're trying to support your husband by stealing?
Yes, I was.
All right, and what does he do for a living?
Nothing.
Okay, so why are you trying to support someone who does nothing? So when were you two married?
No, not married. It was common law.
All right, so were you homeless or no?
No,
So where is he?
he lives in Mexico.
So when you were committing these offenses, was he living here?
No,
So you're stealing,
and going over there to sell it.
okay. Do you have any children?
No,
Are you a citizen?
yes.
So how are you supporting yourself other than stealing?
Oh, right now, I'm not.
All right, why don't you have employment or why didn't you have employment?
I just hadn't gotten a job.
I'm sorry, what?
I just hadn't gotten a job, no ID, nothing.
So in all of your life, you never had an ID?
Yes, but in 2014 was the last year I had my ID.
So what happened to your ID?
I got lost and I just never got it renewed.
I mean, it's easy to get an ID.
Yeah.
How are you paying your bills if you don't have an ID?
Well, no, I was living with my sister
Okay.
and she works, so she pays the bills.
So I don't understand what you've been doing with your life. Do you have any children?
No.
So what have you been, how far did you go in school?
9th grade,
And why only ninth grade?
because my dad got sick and I just didn't go back. I stayed home to help take care of him.
All right, and how old is your sister?
2 years older than me.
So why didn't she just stay?
She did.
All right, your story's not really making much sense to the court.
That's my story.
So how often have you been using drugs?
For about 5 years.
And when did you start?
In 2020,
And why did you start using?
just as I was depressed, my mom had just passed away.
And what did you start using?
Heroin.
And how often were you using heroin?
At first, not every day, but it turned into every day.
And how did you support your habit?
By stealing,
And what else?
and that's all. I would steal and sell the stuff.
Who's buying pliers from you?
No, I would use that to cut the alarms off. No one would buy pliers from me.
Okay. All right. Anything else I should know about your client? Then in the cause number ending in 3222, this is what the court will do. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. If not accepted, I'm sorry. That's the order I wanted in, felony drug court, then TAP evaluation, MIC evaluation, and we'll do a referral to Esperanza Court as the last one. And if not accepted, then it's going to be inpatient treatment. Ms. Abrams, what inpatient treatment would they recommend? She had been using heroin daily. She needs to be in an inpatient treatment facility.
Say guys or safe.
All right, safe P. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? What do you want to do with your life?
Have a normal life, like be working, have a car, hopefully an apartment.
All right, so where do you want, what type of job are you looking for?
Well, anywhere that'll hire me.
Okay, well, no, I mean, what's your dream job?
Oh, a nail tech,
Okay,
yes.
all right, it's gonna be 120 hours community service restitution. That will be waived if she completes her GED or if she obtains some sort of trade school certification. So if you want to be a nail tech, start working towards that and I'll waive the community service hours. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue and you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yes,
All right, good luck to you.
thanks.
Court is calling 2022 CR 10886, State of Texas versus Thomas Glenn Marsh. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Warren Wolf for Mr. Marsh.
Are you Thomas Marsh?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Marsh, you entered a plea of guilty on March 29th to the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There are no applications for deferred, and the state is opposing your application for community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No.
State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, Mr. Marsh would like to address the court.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up. If you could state your name for the record, please.
Thomas Marsh.
All right, defense.
Mr. Marsh, you had a chance to review the pre-sentence report,
Yes, sir.
and the question is, why should Judge Boyd trust you if to be on probation and community supervision on this case, considering the fact that you've had some prior issues with probation? Could you tell the judge a little bit more about yourself, about why you think you could be successful on probation now?
I believe I could be successful on probation because it would put me like face to face with whatever intentions I may have, and they'll fight on me in my face like that. And I've completed probation before in the past, and it kept me more in line and on top of things. I do have 2 jobs out there waiting for me to return.
Where are those jobs?
It's a place called Happy Day Cafe. It's a little place in Live Oak. And at Dog Stars, it's as a dog groomer. It's in University City right up the street. I reside with my significant other for 23 years. He's sober, completely sober. All of my using came from really, I guess, traumatic things. Like the first time I was just watching my grandfather go through chemo and everything, and that's when I learned that this left start.
And what year was that?
That was when he died. It was in 2012.
Okay.
And so then the next time is when my grandmother, I was watching my grandmother die, and that's when it was, I guess, a relapse you would call it, because in between all of that, I didn't really use. And so I think I'd be successful because I mean I'm not planning on losing anybody else. I've already discontinued the use of the methamphetamine like before the new year started. Like this.
Did you know that the TAP eval suggests to the court that you do an inpatient treatment with follow-up afterwards. You want to do that?
If I must, I'd rather not be, or can we not? I would not have that protocol.
Well, that's up to the judge. But that's the recommendation from the tachygraph. So if that's what that stands between you and going to prison, are you willing to do that?
Does that have to do with me right now?
Oh, yeah. You're under examination. Here's the thing, if you don't want to go to inpatient treatment, just let the court know.
Just due to health conditions and not knowing what.
Oh, here's the thing. The answer to that is either yes or no. And you know what? I don't see anybody who's not being sober and using drugs telling people, hey, let me make sure that before I use any of your drugs, that you're putting the right things in it, and that people, please wear your mask because COVID is an issue before I take your drugs and use them. Nobody's concerned about COVID when they're doing the puff, puff, pass. Nobody's concerned about COVID when they're taking a needle from somebody. I don't hear anybody saying that. So now when it's time for treatment and the hard work, people are saying, you know, I'm concerned about health conditions. So when you were using, did you ask anybody if they had COVID?
But I didn't.
No, that's my question for you. When you were using drugs, did you ask anybody, before I take drugs from you, do you have COVID? Have you been following COVID protocols? Did you ever ask them that? But now when it comes time to potentially you going to treatment, your concern is about COVID.
I'm just concerned about being housed around a whole bunch of.
Okay, no, I understand. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Taking consideration NIMAG number 701585, give you credit for any time served. If you wish, the court can have you placed in the therapeutic community, at least a recommendation for that. Would you like that?
Therapeutic community.
Yes. It doesn't increase your time that you're in the prison, but there's a potential for you to be placed in that program to help you with your drug issues.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but you must request it. So I'm going to say therapeutic community. And I want you to know, I listened to what you were saying, but I also looked at your criminal history, and you've been given probation for drug cases and for DWIs for several times. All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
45.
All right, you're 45. How old is your partner?
It was 61.
All right, so you're like me. You're close to being in the twilight of your life. You're going to have to make a decision on what you're going to do with your rest of your life. Either you're going to be in and out of prisons and in and out of jail. You're going to get to the point where you're going to be considered a habitual. And what that means is when you're considered a habitual offender for some felonies, if you're convicted, your minimum is 25 years prison. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. You're welcome. Who's here on